Guys, you wanna hear something funny? Well, it's funny now. It was kind of funny at the time. I'm telling you because I just want to remind you that you are absolutely not alone if you've ever been through this. But I had a monthly crash out. Well, I had my crash out at work yesterday. It was a Friday. I'm recording this on Saturday. And I'm in my menstrual phase of my cycle, so my hormones are a little bit more elevated in the sense of I get more emotional. So I'm not shocked when I go through these periods at work, and they happen more often than you'd think they do. But I just want to remind you, I cry too. And I have crash outs at work too, in case you guys have crash outs too. Maybe you don't, maybe I'm the only one. But when I get really overwhelmed, and I've mentioned this before, I stress out really easily. And yesterday, I actually was sobbing at work. And this is not uncommon for me to do. I probably shouldn't cry so much at work. I keep telling myself I care a lot, and I truly do. But there's absolutely no reason for me to cry. No one's dying. I'm not saving anybody's life at my job. Everything's fine. I need to put one foot in front of the other, but my oh my, is it hard to follow my own advice. Anyway, we had a great lunch at work. We were celebrating Diwali, the Festival of Lights, and so we were all having a big lunch together, and it was a very busy day at work for me, and of course, I got overwhelmed, and timing wise of certain things wasn't panning out the way I had kind of planned, and so I was getting stressed, and I'm sitting there sobbing in the cubicles with my other coworkers. Lots of people saw it. It's very obvious when I cry. My face goes very red. I'm very pale skinned, so you absolutely always know. My HR comes over. She's very concerned. She's seen me cry so many times. I cry in this woman's office all the time. Anyway, everyone feels bad. They all try to help me. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate it deeply that they're there for me. But I just wanted to remind you that everybody has crash outs. And I had my monthly, semi-monthly. I don't have it more than once a month, I don't think. Let's hope I don't cry more than once a month at work. You really shouldn't. You should not be crying at work, let me tell you, unless you're doing something more challenging than me and a job that, anyway, I just want to remind you that you're not alone. It's okay to cry at work. It means you care a lot of the time, I'm sure. I was crying because I was frustrated with myself that I wasn't able to get some things done. But then I just had to remind myself to take my own dang advice. It is so hard to take my own advice sometimes. I need to practice what I preach. Don't we all here? It is the most challenging thing, I think, to take your own advice, but truly it is that of you can only handle so much. You're one human. I know you want to make it perfect, but nothing is perfect. People aren't going to think less of you if you can't get certain things done. Don't work yourself to the ground to the point where you're burning out or to the point where you have a crash out like me. Anyway, we made through it. Today's a better day. I'm feeling a lot more peaceful. I'm feeling better. My period's gonna go when it wants to go, and it's okay. It's okay to be hormonal. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel your feelings. But I wanted to remind you that you're not alone and that I cry at work too. And big girls cry, okay? I know the song Big Girls Don't Cry. Big girls cry. All right? It's okay. But happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of Soulful Living with Megs. As always, I'm so happy to have you here back for another moment of connection with me. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule, whatever you're doing, to spend a few moments with me. Last week was Thanksgiving, and I hope that you had the most amazing time with your family and friends if you celebrated in Canada. And I went to the island for Thanksgiving to visit some of my family members, and I just absolutely love Victoria. I had a fantastic time. The Saturday that I went out there, we had a pizza night, and I forgot that in the summer, BC often has fire bans. I'm pretty sure Alberta has them too. But we have lots of wildfires, usually in the summer. So we had a fire ban, and that included this year, I think was the first time that it happened where we weren't allowed to use a fire, like a pizza fire oven. My uncle had built one in his backyard, so we weren't allowed to even start that to make homemade pizzas. I was bummed in the summer that we didn't get to do that. And for some reason, I didn't think of the fact that the fire ban would be lifted in the fall. But my aunt texted me and she said, we're doing pizza tonight. And so I was so excited to have pizza. I'm not gonna lie to you, I ate a lot. We had 10 balls of dough. They were all homemade by my aunt, but some of them were with her sourdough, which I took some of her starter, and I'm so close to making my sourdough bread, you guys. I'm so excited to tell you when I finally do that. Anyway, we had 10 of them to make, and I had a piece of pizza from every single one of them that we made. So I had at least 10 slices of pizza. I know I had more because partly I had 2 or 3 of some other ones. To be fair, they were small pieces. They weren't regular sized pizzas, but I had a lot. So let's say ballpark 15 slices of pizza. Did I need to eat that many? Absolutely not. But I had to try them all because they were all homemade and they were so delicious. Anyway, the next day we had our family dinner, and it was just so nice to see some of my family members. Not everybody was able to make it. I mean, of course, scheduling wise, I totally get it. But two of my favorite people, all of my family are my favorite people, but my cousins Sarah and Josh, I wasn't sure that they would be making it out because they are expecting, and I'm hoping by the time that you hear this, their baby is born. So I didn't know that they would make it out for the dinner. And they ended up coming, and when I saw them at the door, I just started sobbing. I was so happy to see them. I can't wait to meet their little one. I think so highly of them as human beings that I know that they are going to have the most amazing baby. It's going to be a rock star. Anyway, it was great to see them. It was wonderful to talk around. We went around the table and talked about what we were grateful for and thankful for, and it was a beautiful time with everybody. And then my aunt and I had a little hot tub sesh together, and we were talking about family history. And I was learning a lot about my family, which was awesome because I didn't know a lot of these things. And it makes me want to dive into more of past and my family history and where we come from because the stories are insane. And it was just such a lovely time. And then the next day I went home. And so it was a semi-quick trip, but just such a beautiful time with my family. And I figured on the topic of Thanksgiving, seeing as we just celebrated it here in Canada, I figured it was such a great time to discuss gratitude over attitude and how practicing small moments of gratitude every day can be beneficial for your overall quality of life and in fact improve it. And I thought it was funny to name the title of today's pod Gratitude Over Attitude, seeing as that I have such an attitude problem. I don't know that I would call it a problem. I just have a lot of attitude and a lot of sass. My mom always called me Little Miss Attitude. I don't know if you guys remember. It's that brand Little Miss whatever. It was like I think the main one was Little Miss Attitude, but they had t-shirts that said Little Miss whatever, Little Miss so-and-so, and keychains and whatever it have you. I was definitely Little Miss Attitude, and I still am. I am a fireball of energy sometimes, and I butt heads with some people in my life, and if you give it to me, I can give it right back to you super quick. So anyway, all of that to say, it's very lighthearted, and I hope that nobody thinks that I'm rude. But I do practice a lot of gratitude, and I absolutely try to on a daily basis, and I have noticed the fact that it has improved my overall quality of life. Even just the past weekend that I spent in Victoria, the fact that on my way home, me reflecting of how important my family is to me makes me so grateful that I am living in this world at the time that I am, that I'm in my family, that I get to be with these lovely humans as much as I can and create all of these memories that I will hold with me forever. And on the topic of that and being grateful, since moving to Vancouver, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but the family out here used to come to Calgary every other Christmas, I think it was, to spend with my babcia and dziadek, which are my grandma and grandpa. And when they passed, I think I was 12 when my babcia passed, they kind of stopped coming out. My the brothers and sisters, so my aunts and uncles, like my dad included, all of that, they kind of not really lost touch with each other, but I feel like there was just a little bit of a lack of initiative on every side to continue to reconnect and to continue the tradition of them coming out. And with my grandparents passed, who was going to make Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner and things like that. So it had been about 12 years, I'd say, since I last saw my family out in Victoria, which is a huge amount of time to not be spent with them. I feel like we lived a whole life that we just didn't know about each other. And so when I had moved out here, it took me a little bit of time to get my bearings, to get settled in and things like that. But when I reached out to my cousin out in North Van and we reconnected, it has just been so meaningful to me now that I spend as much time with my family out here as I can. And so I'll go to Victoria, usually on a long weekend or for Thanksgiving or for Easter I went to my baby cousin Luca, his first birthday last year. So I make a lot of effort to continue to spend time with them because it truly brought back the importance of family for me and how grateful I am to have them in my life. And I understand that I've mentioned this before, that family doesn't necessarily mean your blood relatives. You ultimately choose who your family is. And I think that with all of that, the gratitude I was feeling toward my family, I wanted to, learn more about why practicing gratitude creates a better life for you, because of course, I want you guys to feel so fulfilled in every avenue of your life. And I want you to expand as much as you can as a human being and continue to learn more and continue to grow, because I think that's what life is all about, the ebbs and flows of that, but learning so much that you can just create so much space for gratitude and love and light and blessings to enter into your beautiful life that you have. And I think that a big part of practicing gratitude is romanticizing your life more. And my episode about that, you guys should check it out if you haven't listened to it, talks about all the ways that I've practiced romanticizing in my life. But I think romanticizing your life automatically allows gratitude to enter into your life, because you become more aware and thankful for each small moment that you experience in life, that you're choosing to see the beauty in. You know what I mean? And there are so many proven benefits of practicing gratitude on a daily basis, and we're going to go over a few that I have read about. But I wanted to point out first that practicing gratitude isn't difficult to incorporate into your daily life. I totally understand that we have a vast wealth of information constantly coming at us, and I know that sometimes it can be overwhelming of, oh my gosh, another thing that I can add to my life, that's, I'm already busy, but let's add this, la la la. You know what I mean? I understand that there's so much going on in life, but practicing gratitude daily is not difficult. You can simply take a few moments at the end of your day, when you come back home from work, when you come back from whatever you've been doing. You can simply take a few moments to reflect on what made you smile that day, what made you feel uplifted. You can write a thank you note on a sticky note for a coworker at work if they've been helping you. You can spend a few moments in the sun, breathing in the fresh air and admiring how beautiful the world around you is, how wonderful it smells. Hopefully it smells good when you're in that moment. You can also practice gratitude by calling a loved one and letting them know that you're thinking of them, or sending them a quick text that takes you 30 seconds to do, just to tell them that you appreciate all that they do for you. That goes way farther than you think it does. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, but the amount of times that I've written little thank you notes or little words of affirmation for my friends at work, or even just my friends that come over, if I stick a sticky note in for something and I see them around, like, people keep them. People like to have them. I write sticky notes for myself when I feel grateful for something that I've accomplished, and that is such a small little act, but goes such a long way to enhance the gratitude in your life, to enhance the blessings, to allow you to become aware of, wow, things are actually so good. And it wasn't even big. I just received a thank you note from someone, or someone said, you know, when I like when Starbucks does this when they write on their cups something sweet. I remember when I went home for Christmas last year and I had done my hair. I curled my hair and I don't love how dry Calgary is compared to here now that I've been here for so long. But I appreciate the fact that because it's so dry, the humidity, there isn't any, so it doesn't affect my hair, and my hair stays the exact same way that it was when I had left the house. And I remember I went to Starbucks to go on a little walk, and the barista wrote cute hair, like smiley face. It was such a small thing, but made me appreciate the fact that someone noticed something small that I was happy about. Like, wow, my hair feels so beautiful today. And somebody else saw that and then wrote something so minuscule, but it made me smile. You know what I mean? There's just so many small things you can do. You can even journal and note down what you're currently thankful for. I think that that would go a long way too, to just allow the universe to keep bringing you things that you're grateful for. I've mentioned this before for sure. I don't remember what it was in, but you can even as an activity create a gratitude jar. I started mine at the beginning of the year, and every Sunday I write, or Monday, give or take, if I forget the Sunday night. But I write something down that's made me happy from that week, something that I've been really thankful for that week, whatever comes up and resonates for me that I wish to share. And I fold it up and put it in the jar. And there's so many in right now. Obviously, I'm doing it to the end of the year, and then at the very end, close to New Year's, I'm going to open everything up, maybe put it in a little scrapbook. I don't know. I would hate to throw them out because I want to reflect on all of the beautiful things that have happened in my life. But I'm very much looking forward to realizing that, wow, there's so much good in my life. I'm so grateful for the things that I have been through, the good and the bad. And I know that this jar contains more all positive things. I know that it does. But the fact that I get to surprise myself in a few months of I'm just so grateful for each little thing. I know it's going to improve my mood when I read it. I'm so excited for it. Again, these are not hard things to do. This takes me 5 minutes, not even at the end of my week, to do this gratitude jar. But you can, even when you have a moment, wherever you are, if you're on a walk, again, if you come home from work at the end of the day, or you wake up in the morning and you're enjoying your cup of coffee, you can simply pause and you can thank the universe for something that happened. You can even say you're in a rush and you're out and about. You can actively tell yourself to pause, and you can thank somebody out loud for something that they've done for you and that you're grateful for. And I think that'll actively make the wheels in your brain turn and actively question in your mind exactly why and what you're thanking this person for. You're increasing your mindfulness, which is an awesome practice to have. I think that we can all be more mindful. But again, it's just outwardly showing the universe that you are grateful for every opportunity that comes your way. And it shows that you can handle anything that comes your way. And then the doors open up more for you for all of the other beautiful things that you can let in your life. I think we need to be more grateful because we are so busy. I think now's the time. We're constantly going in this world. Now's the time to be more mindful and grateful for the things in your life, because life goes by in an instant. And I know we have a beautiful long life, but we also don't. It goes by so fast, depending upon what you're focused on. And we're already in October. The fact that we have a few months until the end of 2025 is insane. So why not take these next few months to really hone down and practice gratitude and out loud thank people in your life for the things that you feel grateful for, because you don't know when the last time is you're going to see somebody. I know that that's took a dark turn, but it's true. You don't know when the last time you're going to see somebody is. So why not take every opportunity that you can to thank somebody else for something that they've done that you are grateful for? Thank yourself for all of the hard work that you put into every avenue of your life, because you deserve thanks as well. I was looking at some proven benefits of practicing gratitude, and I came across an article that I will, of course, tag in the show notes from UCLA. But some proven benefits of practicing gratitude can include lessening anxiety, which don't we love that? Gratitude can be a coping tool for anxiety, which is great. So if you regularly practice gratitude, it can combat the negative thinking patterns and it can probably keep your thoughts more focused on the present, which I sometimes struggle with. I feel like I very much stress about future events before they happen, and that's not a great place to be in, or even past things of why did I say that, or is someone going to think of me differently because I did that, or stressing out about something I could have done differently, whatever it is. I think that practicing gratitude ultimately keeps you in the present, which is where you want to be. That is the place to spend your time and not worry so much. So, love that it lessens anxiety. It also, this article says it reduces depression. Definitely more research needs to be done to understand the association, but apparently, gratitude seems to reduce depression symptoms, and that people with a grateful mindset report higher satisfaction with life, strong social relationships, and more self esteem than those who don't practice gratitude. There's a continuous relationship where gratitude lessens symptoms of depression, allowing people to recognize what they have. I definitely agree that there should be more research done on this association and whether or not it is proven that it does reduce anxiety, but I completely believe and agree in the fact that practicing gratitude does improve your mental health. I think it automatically, like I said, keeps you in the present and then allows you to see the beauty of the world around you and the life that you have, and so I think that automatically reduces those negative feelings that you may have. Practicing gratitude also supports heart health. That's really interesting. Apparently, several studies show that a grateful mindset positively affects biomarkers associated with the risk for heart disease. That's really cool. I think that, again, practicing gratitude enhances many avenues of your life. So, and this is another benefit, it actually relieves or it improves your sleep. So, if you're sleeping better, you're feeling better. And if you're sleeping better and you are feeling more motivated to exercise and to have a better diet, like that is all going to help your heart and your body and your mind and your soul. Like it helps everything. You know what I mean? Like it's everything is tied together. But I thought that that was a really cool benefit that I read about. It also can relieve stress. My oh my, don't we love that? I feel like for somebody though who practices, I feel like I practice a lot of gratitude. I still stress the heck out, but you know what? I absolutely could be more stressed out than I am. And I think gratitude does play a role in that because then I think, wow, I can come home. I have a roof over my head. I can buy this food and I can make an amazing meal. And I'm so grateful for this and so grateful for the friends and family that I have in my life that constantly support me. Like all of that combined calms me down. So it relieves stress. And so I absolutely believe and agree that this is a proven benefit. And then, yeah, I already said that it improves sleep, but apparently people with an attitude of gratitude, not just attitude, they tend to pursue goals that keep them feeling good. A positive attitude promotes positive action. I mean, true. I absolutely agree in that. They engage in activities that support healthy sleep, such as eating well and exercising. Yeah, we went over that. Practicing gratitude also makes you less likely to be stressed, as we discussed, anxious or depressed, three factors that affect sleep quality and duration. But what you do during the day isn't the only factor in sleeping well. Thinking positive thoughts before falling asleep promotes better sleep. Ooh, that is very interesting. I actually would love to try that. And before bed, even saying like three things that you're grateful for. I want you to do that and see if your sleep improves. I'm definitely going to try that tonight and see if that affects my sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night, probably at the same time, every night to go to the bathroom. And I know that that's not great. I have a very small bladder. So if I drink water or drink a liquid a little too late, I know that I'll be having to go to the washroom. But I assume I wake up due to some cortisol as well. And some nights I don't wake up, but most of the time I do. I am very curious about if it would improve your sleep. So just before bed, I want to do that. And if you guys do it too, please write to me and let me know if it actually helped with your sleep. I just love the notion of gratitude over attitude. I think that the more that we practice it, the better our life becomes. And the better our life becomes, we can actually just start enjoying it more and not be so overwhelmed like me and have a crash out at work. But I appreciate you guys listening as I do every single week. I hope that this motivates you to continue to practice more gratitude in your life and then allow you to see and be more mindful of all of the good things that appear in your life, because there are so many good things in your life. You're an amazing part of your life. You have no idea how happy I am that you're here in this world. Even if we don't talk a lot, even if I take forever to respond to texts, because I know that I do, even if we've only crossed paths in our life for a small moment of time, you are so important in this world and you mean a lot to me, and I'm so grateful. Funny that we're talking about gratitude here, but I am so grateful that you are alive and on this earth, and I wouldn't be who I am without each and every single one of you. Like, the interactions that I've had with you guys, no matter how big or small, have shaped me in some way, and I am truly grateful for that. And I will continue to hopefully lead a life for many more years of gratitude over only attitude, and just continue to let life lead me in the direction that it's meant to go. And so I hope that you allow life to lead you to, and I hope that you recognize that there are so many good things in your life and you have so much to be grateful for, and you mean so much. You are so important, and I think you're doing an incredible job. And I'm going on a tangent here. But guys, have a fantastic week. I hope that your week is filled with endless opportunities of joy and love and light. And as always, I'm sending that incredible energy to you, so I hope that you feel it. I can't wait to connect with you next Monday. I don't know if next Monday's episode will be with my best friend Nat, because she's flying in you're listening to this on Monday, so it'll be the Friday she's coming in, and I'm so stoked to have her come over. I haven't seen her since February. We're missing the full group because Laura's not coming out. But Nat is, and I'm so excited to have some one-on-one time with her and to catch up and do girly things. And so I'm hoping that we'll do a little episode together. I don't know if you'll hear it the next Monday or you'll hear it the following. We'll see. We'll see how successful we are. I feel like we're just going to giggle the whole time, but it's going to be great. And I want you to try something either in what we talked about, or if you look up a few other things, some type of gratitude. Please practice it. If you do, let me know how it goes for you and how it improved your week. And I can't wait to talk to you next week and connect with you. And you're just so awesome. Okay. We will talk super soon. If you cry at work, it's okay. I cry too. Don't worry about it. You're doing a lot better than you think. But I hope you don't cry. We'll talk so soon. Okay, bye guys.